All right, next up, we've got Tulane and UTSA. Tulane, 3.5-point road favorites, 55.5 the total here. We got AAC action. This should be actually a pretty good football game when it's all said and done. You've got these two teams, obviously. Tulane has been one of the class of the American Athletic Conference, sitting at 3-0 in conference play. Navy has surged out to undefeated start to the year, 7-0 overall, 5-0 in conference play, but it's Tulane sitting here in second at 3-0 in conference play. UTSA, kind of disappointing, actually, 1-2 in conference play so far. I know I expected them to have a pretty good season, but hasn't always been that way. So we'll see how this one plays out. Tulane coming into this one, both teams off a bye. Tulane off a 24-17 win against Army. Not a pretty win, but they found a way. And then UTSA got absolutely obliterated by North Texas, 55-17 prior to their bye week. When you look at UTSA this season, Owen McCown's a quarterback I thought was going to be pretty good for the UTSA Roadrunner offense. And his numbers to this point are, solid. I wouldn't say great, but they're solid. 63% completions, 13 touchdowns, does have 4 interceptions. I think what's been interesting here about UTSA is the offense maybe not quite nearly as, proficient, as maybe we thought, especially in the passing game where they're only actually 98th in the country, as far as passing yards per game are concerned. They've actually been stronger running the football. Tulane has given up some run yards, but again, you have to factor in that some of these numbers might be skewed a little bit by early in the season, Tulane having to play some really good teams. They had to play a lot of Power 4 conference teams, and in some cases, good ones like Duke. So, you have to factor that in a little bit. Actually, if you parse it out to just the last 3 games, the Tulane run defense, the numbers look a lot better. So that tells you that when we get into conference play, the run defense has been better than the overall numbers would indicate. So, to me, I just think Tulane's the class of this conference. I don't want to bet against them. Don't know if I'm going to lay more than a field goal, but Jake Retzlaff, the quarterback here for Tulane, of course, coming over from BYU, where he was displaced. He's been very good. He's protected the football, 61% completions, 1,400 passing yards, 6 touchdowns, 1 interception on the year for Retzlaff. And when you look at, obviously, the defense on the other side of the equation, this was the concern we had for UTSA coming into the year, that their defense wasn't really all that spectacular. And now their defense, the run defense has gotten worse, actually, UTSA in conference play. Last 3 games, they're giving up 196 per game on the ground, 4.6 yards per carry. Both of those numbers are worse than their overall season numbers. Their passing numbers are better, but they've really suffered as far as running the football. And Tulane's a run-first offense. Retzlaff throws it, but this is a team that wants to run the football and be balanced. So I think UTSA's defense is going to be in for maybe a bit of a struggle. Of course, this is at the Alamo Dome, so you definitely won't have weather here for this game to worry about. But, Tulane's a class. Some roll off a bye. He's one of those coaches I think the world of as far as prep and having his team ready, and he's done a great job everywhere he's been, Troy, and now here at Tulane. I just don't want to bet against a really good team and a really good coach off a bye week. So if you made me choose Tulane or nothing, I was hoping for maybe a 3 or lower than that, but it's still Tulane or nothing in this game for me. I think they're the class. C-Mac, what do you think?
Yeah, I think they are too. In this game, why is this so short? I think this number should be bigger. I just think this sets up in these weekday games for UTSA to play good here at home after just getting their ass kicked.
Thursday night, it'll be a TV game as well. Yeah.
TV game. But you're right.
Although our mutual pal, Nuke Worker, good to see him in the chat, says, Jose Bouquet says UTSA sucks, so I'll take Tulane. I don't know about suck. They've just been mildly disappointing based on expectations.
Yeah, it's really McCown you talked about. It's just he hasn't been able to kind of just throw the ball with ease like the last few years. They've been able to run the ball. At Tulane, I mean, their run defense is what? All right here. They get 94th, 161. So UTSA averages 185 on the ground. So I think they'll be able to run the ball. That always helps them out too. But UTSA is, man, it's been pretty rough for them. This is a big game. To me, Tulane is just better. Retzlaff, you talked about. UTSA's off a bye as well, right? Or they play.
Both are, yeah. So no advantage.
Yeah, both of a bye. Really? Yeah. I just wanted to double check. I thought they were. So yeah, this is tough. It seems like Tulane could go in there and win by 7 or more. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I want to test it here. Yep. This defense with UTSA, I don't know. Like earlier in the year, they had those tight, low scoring, like Colorado State when they weren't scoring. The Temple game, beat up on Rice, and everyone gives up a ton of points to North Texas. So I don't want to make of this defense here.